Welcome to my channel. I'm so glad you're here. Today we're diving into something really important that you won't want to miss. If you enjoy thoughtful content, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And follow us on whichever social media platform you're watching. Your support means everything. Now let's get into today's topic.
Wanting to be well informed, especially with finances, is so important. Things can go wrong fast.
They really can.
So today, we're doing a deep dive into investment scams. We're looking at the common signs our sources point out, and really how to keep ourselves safe.
Mm-hmm.
The mission is pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Give you the tools, the practical knowledge to spot fraud and, invest with a bit more confidence.
Absolutely. And it's needed because that desire for financial growth, it can sometimes make us, well, a bit vulnerable. So understanding these tactics is key.
Okay, so let's jump into one of the really common ones. High-pressure sales tactics.
Ah, yes.
That push to invest right now, limited time offers, or you'll miss out on these guaranteed huge returns.
And what's really insidious about that is how it bypasses our normal thinking process, doesn't it?
Totally.
By manufacturing that urgency, scammers tap into that fear of missing out FOMO, and we're more likely to just jump in without, doing our homework.
Right. It feels like you have to decide now.
But legitimate investments, they don't work like that. They actually want you to take your time to scrutinize things, no pressure.
Good point. Then there are those offers that just appear, like out of the blue.
Yeah.
Random emails, maybe a social media message, promising incredible things.
Yeah, those unsolicited offers. It's tempting maybe to click or reply, but our sources really warn against that.
Why is that such a red flag?
Well, think about it. Proper investment firms, the legitimate ones, usually build a relationship first. You often seek them out, or there's an established connection. An offer landing in your inbox from absolutely nowhere, that should set off alarm bells. Doesn't matter how amazing it sounds, you need extreme caution there.
Gotcha. And speaking of amazing sounding things, that promise of guaranteed high returns with little or no risk, we've all seen that, right?
Oh, constantly. It sounds fantastic, of course.
And is it real? Like ever?
No. Fundamentally, no. Investing 101 is that risk and potential reward go hand in hand. There's always some level of risk.
Always.
So a promise, a guarantee of high returns with zero or near zero risk, that just fundamentally breaks the rules. It's a classic hallmark of a scam. It doesn't exist legitimately.
That makes perfect sense when you put it like that.
Yeah.
Okay, another thing that sometimes feels off, when investments are described as super complex.
Yeah.
Or maybe even like secretive.
Yes, like you need some special code or connection to get in.
Exactly. Why do they do that?
Well, it often raises the question, why the mystery? Often it's a tactic. They use jargon, overly complicated explanations, or claim it's some exclusive thing precisely to confuse you.
To stop you asking questions.
Or to make you feel like you can't ask questions or wouldn't understand anyway. It prevents you from seeing where your money is really, truly going. Look, a genuine investment professional, they should be able to explain things clearly, patiently. If you feel like they're deliberately making it confusing or being evasive, that's a huge warning sign. Transparency is key.
Okay, so we've covered pressure, unsolicited stuff, unrealistic promises, and complexity. With all these traps out there, what are the practical steps? How do we actually stay safe?
Right, the practical side. Well, number one, overwhelmingly, research. Do your homework.
On the investment and the person offering it.
Absolutely both. Dig into the investment opportunity itself and the individuals or the firm behind it. Check if they're registered with the proper regulatory bodies, like the SEC or FINRA in the US or equivalent bodies elsewhere.
Okay, check registration. What else?
Maintain a healthy dose of skepticism, seriously. If an offer sounds way too good to be true,
It probably is.
it almost always is. Trust that gut feeling. Also, getting a second opinion is invaluable. Talk to an independent financial advisor, someone who isn't selling you the product.
Good idea. Someone objective.
Exactly. And finally, maybe most importantly, never, ever feel pressured into making a decision on the spot. Legitimate opportunities will still be there after you've had time to think and research. Time is your friend here.
Okay, so recapping the big takeaways. Be super wary of that high-pressure rush. Ignore unsolicited offers out of nowhere. Run from guaranteed high returns, no risk promises. And if it seems overly complex or secret, probably best to steer clear.
That's a great summary. Research, skepticism, and patience.
Those seem to be the strongest shields we have.
Definitely. If you understand these common plays and just adopt that cautious, informed mindset, You really empower yourself to navigate things much more safely.
Right. So here's something to think about as we wrap up. In this world where information and sometimes misinformation is everywhere, how can we really cultivate that mindset of critical valuation? How do we consistently protect ourselves and our financial goals from those looking to exploit them? Food for thought.